Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today we are reading from today we are reading from Cinema. Uh, oh no, not Cinema. I'm sorry. From okay, verse 5. Nectar of instruction, verse 5. Let us begin with it. All right. Let me just do it real quick. All right. Um. All right. Let me just begin with this thing right here. All right. Krishnasti yasya hiri tam anasdiyadi shikshate prasya cheta vajantam isam surasya vajana vijam anyam anya nidisha sunya hinam ahinam ispurtya sangalabhaya. One one should mentally honor the devotee who chants the holy name of Lord Sri Krishna, who offer the respectful obeisances to the devotee who has undergone the spiritual initiation Diksha and who is engaged in the worshipping the deity, and one should associate with a faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced undivided devotional service whose heart is completely devoid in the propensity of to criticize others in order to intelligently apply sixfold living appre um where was I? I'm sorry, I messed it up. Alright, in order to intelligently apply the sixfold loving reciprocation mentioned in the previous verse, one must select the proper persons with careful discrimi- discrimination. Srila Rupa Goswami therefore advises that one should meet with the Vaishnavas in an appropriate way according to the particular status. In this verse, he tells us about how to deal with three types of devotees. Devotees, the uh, Nisa Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. The Kanishta Adhikari is a neophyte who has received his Harinam initiation from his spiritual master, and he is trying to chant the holy name of Krishna. Once one should respect such a person, his mind is Nishta Vaishnava. A Madhyama Adhikari is who has received spiritual initiation from the spiritual master who is fully engaged by him him in transcendental loving of service and ma, ma, and the Madhyama Adhikari is considered uh, and the Madhyama Adhikari is considered should be considered Vishijit and the midway in the devotion service. And the Uttama Adhikari is the greatest devotee who is very advanced in devotion. Uttama Adhikari is not interested in blaspheming others. The heart is completely clean, and he has attained realize the state of unallowed Krishna consciousness. According to Srila Rupa Goswami, the association and service of such a Maha Bhagavata or perfect Vaishnava are are most desirable. One should remain Kanishta Adhikari, one who is situated on the lowest platform of devotional service and instead only in worshipping deity in the temple. Such a devotee is described in 10th canto, 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, chapter 2, sloka 47. Archam eva hareya pujam eya siddhya hai न तद्भक्ति sau chinte sau sa bhakti praka smrita. A person who has faithfully engaged in the deity worship in worship of the deity in the temple but does not know how to behave towards devotees or people in general, he is called prakarta bhakta or kanishta adhikari. Therefore, he has to raise himself from the Kanishta Adhikar to Madhyama Adhikar. Madhyama Adhikar is described in Srimad Bhagavatam in this way. Isvare tad adhinesu balesu devyasu cha premamitir kar poles ksaya karpi sa madhyamaha. The Madhyama Adhikari is a devotee who worships the Supreme Personality of God as the highest object of love, makes friends with Lord's devotee, is merciful to the ignorant and avoids those who are envious by nature. This is the way to cultivate devotional service properly. Therefore, in this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami has advised us how to treat various devotees. We can see some practical experience that there are different types of Vaishnavas. The Prakar, Prakarta Sahajiyas. The Prakarta Sahajis generally chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, yet they are attached to women, money, and intoxication. Although such a person may chant the holy name of Lord, they are not yet properly purified. Such a person who who should be respected within one's mind, but their association should be avoided. Those who are innocent but simply carried away by bad associations should be shown favor if they are eager to receive proper instruction from pure devotees. But those nepoted devotees who are actually initiated by a bona fide spiritual master are seriously engaged in carrying out orders of the spiritual master should be offered respectful obeisances. In Krishna consciousness movement, in a chance is given to everyone without discrimination of caste, grade, or color. Everyone is invited to join this movement. Sit with us, take prasada, and hear about Krishna. When we see that someone actually interested in Krishna consciousness want to be initiated, we accept him as a disciple uh, for the chanting of holy name of Lord. When a nepoted devotee is actually initiated, he is engaged in devotional service by the orders of spiritual master. He should be accepted immediately as a bona fide Vaishnava, and obeisances should be offered unto him. Out of many such Vaishnava, one may be found to be very seriously engaged in service of Lord and strictly following the regulative principles, chanting and prescribed number of rounds, japa beads, and always think, always thinking how to expand Krishna consciousness movement. Such a Vaishnava should be accepted as an Uttama Adhikari, highly advanced devotee, and his association should be always sought. The process by which devotee becomes attached to Krishna is in Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 4.4, chapter 4, verse 190. Diksha kale atma samar Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpan kei kale Krishna tare kare atma sama. At the time of initiation, when a devotee fully surrenders to service of the Lord, Krishna accepts him as go- good as himself. Diksha or spiritual initiation is explained in Bhakti Sandarbha 283 by Srila Jiva Goswami. Divyam jananam Jananam yato dadyat kuryat papasya sankhayam tadmad dikhyati sapo khata de desekas ko vida. By diksha, one gradually becomes disinterested in material enjoyment and gradually becomes interested in his spiritual life. We have seen practicals, especially in Europe. Many students who come to US, you come to us from rich and respectable families quickly lose all the interest in material enjoyment, become very eager to enter into spiritual life. Enough, although they come from a wealthy family, many of them accept living conditions that are not very comfortable. Indeed, Krishna's sake, they are prepared to accept any living condition as long as they can live in the temple and associate with Vaishnava. When one becomes disinterested in material enjoyment, he becomes fit for initiation by spiritual master for advancement of spiritual life. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1.13 prescribes tapasya brahmacharena samena da damena cha. When a devotee is serious about accepting the diksha, he must be prepared to practice austerity, celibacy, and control of the mind and body. One if one is so prepared and is desirous receiving a spiritual enlightenment, divyam jananam, he he is fit for being initiated. Divyam jananal technical called tad tad vijana or knowledge about the supreme. Tad vijarnatam sa gurum ibabhi gachat. When one is interested in transcendental subject matter of absolute truth, he should be initiated. In such a person should approach a spiritual master in order to take Diksha. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.3.21 also prescribes tad mad gurum prapadeta janina sa siraya uttam. When one is actually interested in the transcendental science of absolute truth, he should approach the spiritual master. One should not accept the spiritual master without following his instruction, nor should one accept a spiritual master just to take fashionable show of spiritual life. One must be Je- Jesus so very much inclusive to learn from a bona fide spiritual master. The inquiries one makes should be strictly pertinent to transcendental science. The word jani jana sua sera uttamam. The word uttamam refers to which is above material knowledge. Tama means the darkness of the material world, and Ut means transcendental. Generally, people are interested in inquiring about mundane subject matters, but when one has lost such an interest and simply interested in transcendental subject matter, he is quite fit for being initiated. When one is actually initiated by a bona fide spiritual master, when he is seriously engaged in the service of the Lord, he should be accepted as a Madhyamadhikari. Chanting of holy name of Krishna is sublime. That one, if one chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra offenselessly, carefully by avoiding the 10 rules, he can certainly be gradually elevated to one point of understanding that there is no difference between the holy name of Lord and Lord Himself. One uh, one one who has reached such an understanding understanding should be very much respected by neophyte devotees. One should know for certain that without chanting holy name the holy name of Lord offensively, one cannot be a proper candidate for advancement of Krishna consciousness. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 22, verse 69, it is said, यह कोमल श्रद्धा से कनिष्ठ जन कर्मे कर्म कर्मे कर करमे तेहो भक्त हाईवे उत्तम. One whose faith is soft and palatable is a neophyte, but by gradually following the process, he will rise from the first class of devotee. Everyone begins his begins begins everyone begins his devotional line from a neophyte stage. But if one properly finishes chanting the prescribed number of rounds of Harinama, he is elevated by step to the highest platform. Uttamadikar, the Krishna consciousness movement prescribes 16 rounds of daily chanting because in the Western world cannot concentrate for longer print of chanting on the beads. Therefore, the minimum number of chant is prescribed. However, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say that unless one chants at least 64 round of japa 100,000 names. Unless say that unless one chants at least 64 rounds of japa 100,000 names, he is considered fallen. Papita. According to his calculation, practically even one of us is fallen, but because we are trying to serve the supreme Lord, all seriousness and without duplicity, we can accept the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is famous as Patita Pavana. Patita Pavana Gaura Hari. I think you've heard that. The deliver uh, of the fallen. Uh, when Srila Satyaraja Khan, a great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, asked Lord how Vaishnava could be recognized, the Lord replied, प्रभु कहे या नर मुखे सुनी एक बार कृष्ण नाम सई पूज्य श्रेष्ठ सबकार. If one hears a person, yeah, a person even once say the word Krishna, that person could be accepted as the best man out of the common group. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya, Madhya, uh, chapter 15, sloka 106. Uh, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, Atayevan yenhera mukhe ekara Krishna nama sai the Vaishnava kariha tanhara samana. One who is interested in chanting the holy name of Krishna, or who, who by practice likes to chant Krishna's name, should be accepted as a Vaishnava and offered a respectful obeisance as such, at least within one's mind. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 15, sloka 111. So 111. Sloka 111. One of our friends, famous English musician, who has become interested to chanting of Krishna and even records, he has several mentioned the holy name of Krishna, and at his home offers the picture. He offers respect to the picture of Krishna and also preaches Krishna consciousness. All regards he has the very estimation for Krishna's name and Krishna's activity. Therefore, we offer respect to him without uh, reservation. For we are actually seeing that this gentleman is advancing gradually in Krishna consciousness. Such a person should always be shown respect. The conclusion is that one who is trying to advance in Krishna consciousness by regularly chanting the holy name should always be respected by the Vaishnavas. On another hand, we have witnessed that some of our contemporaries who are supposed to be great preachers have gradually fallen into material conception of life because they have failed to chant the name of name of Lord while giving instruction to Sanatana Goswami. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu divided devotional service into three categories: Shastra Yukti nahi jane dharhana श्रद्धवन मध्यम अधिकारी sei Mahabhagavana, the one whose conclusive knowledge of the Shastras is not very strong, who has developed firm faith in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, who has evidented his exhaustion and prescribed devotional service considered as a Madhyama. Such a person is very fortunate. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 22, Adhyay 67. Oh no, Sloka 67. A Madhyama Adhikari is a Shraddhavan, a sensually person, and he is actually candidate for further advancement in devotional service. Therefore, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 22, Sloka 64, it is said, Shraddhavan Jana Harya Bhakti Adhikari Uttama Madhyama Kanishta Shraddha Anusari. The one who the one becomes qualified as a devotee on elementary platform, the 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 intermediate platform and the highest platform of devotional service according to the development of his Shraddha faith. Again, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 22 chapter 22 point 62, it is said Shrad Shraddhava Sabde Vaishnava चाहिए uh, वैष्णव no श्रद्धा सबे विश्वास काहे शूद्र निश्चय कृष्ण भक्ति कैले सर्व कर्म कथा कृता हया. By rendering the transcendental service to Krishna, one automatically performs all the subsidiary activities. This confident firm faith favorable to discharge of devotional service is called Shraddha faith in Krishna. Is It is the beginning of Krishna consciousness. Consciousness faith means strong faith. The words of Bhagavad Gita are authoritative instruction for a faithful man, and whatever Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, where was I? Whatever Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita is to be accepted without interpretation. This is the way Krishna accepted Bhagavad Gita after after I'm sorry. This is the way Arjuna accepted Bhagavad Gita after hearing Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna told Krishna, Sarvam itadraham manye yan mam badsi kesava. Oh Krishna, I totally accept. Oh Krishna, I totally accept as the truth that you have told me in Bhagavad Gita 10.14. This is the correct way of understanding Bhagavad Gita. And this is Shraddha. This it is not the mean a portion of Bhagavad Gita according to the whimsical instruction rejects one's person. This is not Shraddha. Shraddha means accepting the instruction of Bhagavad Gita in their totality, especially the last instruction. Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranam bhaja. Ab- ab- Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. When one becomes completely faithful in regard this instruction one once is strong. When one fully engages in chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, he gradually realizes his own spiritual identity. Unless one faithfully chants Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, uh, um, Krishna does not reveal himself. Sarvon ki hai Jevadu Savam e Surpetaha Eda. BRS, what is this? I don't know what is this. Brahma Samhita, yeah. Brahma Samhita, Canto 1, 2, Chapter 2.234. Brahma Samhita, I think so, yeah. So we cannot realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead by any any jivadans, any artificial means. We must engage faithfully in the service of Lord. The service begins with the tongue. Sravan mukhe hi jiva mandas, which means that we should always chant the holy name of Lord and accept the Krishna Prasad. We should not chant anything except accept or accept anything else. When this process is faithfully followed, the Lord reveals Himself to the devotee. When a person realizes himself to be a internal sen servitor of Krishna, he loses interest in everything but Krishna's service. Always thinking of Krishna, devising means by which to spread the holy name of Krishna. He understands that only the business in spreading the Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. Such a person is to be recognized as an Uttamadhikari, and his association should be immediately accepted according to the sixth process. Daddati Pratati Janar Jarhani, etc. Indeed, the advanced Uttamadhikari Vaishnava devotee should be accepted as a spiritual master. Everything one poses should be offered to him for for this enjoined that one should deliver whatever he has to the spiritual master. The brahmachari in particular is supposed to beg alms from others and offer the spiritual master. However, one should imitate the behavior of an advanced devotee or Mahabhagavata without being self-realized. By such imitation, one will eventually be degraded. In this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami advises the devotee to be intelligent enough to distinguish between Kanesa Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. The devotee who know this position and not try to imitate the devotee situated and higher class. Sri Bhaktivedanta Thakur has given practical hints to effect an Uttama Adhikari Vaishnava can be recognized ability to convert any fallen souls to Vaishnavism. The one who the one should not be a spiritual man unless he has attained the platform of Uttama Adhikari. A neophyte Vaishnava or the Vaishnava situated on the intermediate platform has to also has can also accept but such a disabled must be on the same platform and should be honest they cannot advance very well toward the ultimate goal of life under the insufficient guidance. Therefore, disciples should be careful to accept an Uttamadhikari as a spiritual master. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today we are done with this sloka.